My name is Janet Stepanitis. I'm 19 and I have Crohn's disease, and I was diagnosed in 2019. Early 2019, I started to get fevers, like 102, really high fevers. And I was getting the fevers from an infection that I had in my stomach, a phlegmon. And the infection was a couple inches long, and that was really where my diagnosis came from. It messed up one part in my stomach, which caused the Crohn's disease. And from there, I was in the hospital for about a week with a PICC line doing IV antibiotics. And then I was diagnosed with Crohn's, which led to a whole nother part of my journey. And then I came home and I was on IV antibiotics for 4 times a day for 6 weeks as well to get rid of the phlegmon. And then we started with the Remicade to help my Crohn's. I feel like in society, body is like a really important thing in how you look. When people say, I wish I was that skinny, they don't understand why I'm skinny and what I'm going through. And when I go to the gym, I see all these girls who are big and they have all this muscle. And I feel like that plays a really big role because I look at myself and I'm like, why can't I just be like that? In this program, I really just want to have more confidence in myself and have more confidence in my body, because that's something I struggle with a little bit now. And I know I have friends and family who tell me, like, don't worry about what I look like beautiful. But it's all mentally, and I really just want to build that confidence back up, because I had all the confidence in the world before I was diagnosed, and I want to have that confidence back. The challenge that stood out to me the most was watching the videos and reading the articles about people who have either lost mobility in their legs or have lost their legs. Because I feel like it was very eye-opening, and in a way I kind of felt like selfish, because I should really just be grateful that I still have my legs, they still function as normal, and my legs, they might not be how I want them to be, I might not like the way they look, but in the end I still have my legs and they still work. The challenge that was most difficult for me was rating my body on a scale of 1 to 5, mainly because just some days I just didn't feel good about my body, or specifically my legs. It could have been just what someone said or just wasn't feeling it that day. I had one day where a customer said that I had the ideal body, and I didn't necessarily like that because I don't think I do and I'm insecure about it. I noticed that throughout the day, like when I woke up, I felt good about my body. But towards the end of the day, it changed and I didn't like the way I looked, or the other way around. And I feel like that kind of also made an impact on me of how fast it can change and how your mind is so powerful. I feel like I have felt some improvement in my body dissatisfaction. I now look at myself and I look for the positives in my legs and my body, and I don't look as much at the negatives, and I try to ignore them as much as I can. For the next couple of months, I'm a little bit nervous because I know that some of the challenges, it might be outside of my comfort zone, and I'm not someone who likes to go outside of my comfort zone. I like to stay where I know, but I'm mainly very excited to see where it brings me and how I feel about my body, and specifically my legs, at the end of this. Going into the challenge of wearing shorts to the gym, I was a little nervous about it, but I made myself feel confident. I put on makeup, I did my hair, I picked out a nice outfit that I thought I would feel comfortable in, and I went with my boyfriend JP. The first thing we did was squats, and I put on my normal weight and I felt good about it. So I put on more weight and I hit a PR, which I was very proud of, and I just felt confident in the shorts, and I ended up doing that again, wearing shorts more often to the gym. I just got back from the gym and it honestly wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. So I think I might try to do this challenge again another day,
maybe at a busier time to see how I do with it.
While I was at the gym, I didn't look at my body in a negative way, and it really didn't cross my mind that I was wearing shorts. It just felt like another day at the gym. I wasn't comparing myself to anyone, and I really enjoyed this experience. This past month, I've definitely felt improvement about my body dissatisfaction. I feel like I haven't really had that many bad days about my body. I've been fairly happy with myself, which makes me really happy because at the beginning of the challenge, I was always critiquing myself, but now that it's February, I haven't really felt like I'm critiquing my body as much, and I'm having good days. For this challenge, I'm gonna write negative words on one leg and positive words on the other leg so I can compare them as well to see the difference between the words and if they have an emotional connection and how they make me feel. For the negative words, I did skinny, bony, anorexic, perfect body, and weak. For positive words, I did unique, healthy, strong, beautiful, and miracle. So with miracle, I was technically a miracle, as my doctors will say, because if it was any later, I wouldn't have made it because of how severe my Crohn's was and my infection and my whole diagnosis. Crossing off the skinny and the perfect body really helps because I'm just getting rid of those memories. I think about all the times where a customer tells me I have the perfect body, and as weird as it sounds, like they think they're saying positive things about me and something I want to hear, but I really don't want to hear that because I don't think I have the perfect body, and people tell me how skinny I am, and again, they probably think that they're being nice about it, but they don't understand the struggles of gaining weight, drinking the Pediasures that I had to drink when I got out of the hospital, being practically forced to gain the weight because the doctors were worried about your weight. I think people with IBD should do this challenge because it's very eye-opening. Probably a lot of people have the experience of other people calling them skinny or whatever it is, because IBD is a hidden disease, so you can't really tell that someone has it or someone's sick. And I feel like people with IBD would really benefit from this challenge because they're able to get rid of those negative words. And I really like this challenge because I was able to cross out the negative parts that I think about and translate those to positive words. Which way does the L go? That way, I think, right? Okay. And when I go to the gym, I see all these girls who are big and they have all this muscle, but I know I can't achieve that, but I want to. It really it blows my mind how I felt so different compared to all these girls. Before, it affected me so much that I didn't look like them, but now I feel like I've come so far since that challenge, and now after all the challenges, I know I still can't achieve what they look like, but it really doesn't bother me as much, and watching that just made me really happy knowing that it doesn't really affect me as much after all the challenges. In this program, I really just want to have more confidence in myself and have more confidence in my body, because that's something I struggle with a little bit now, but it's all mentally, and I really just want to build that confidence back up, because I had all the confidence in the world before I was diagnosed, when I was just a normal person, and I want to have that confidence back. Looking back at that, I kind of feel bad for myself, and I know that was only a couple months ago, but I really had such low self-esteem about myself. I feel like I've come so far, and I don't look at myself like that. I'm pretty confident in my body now, and that really shows how much this program has affected me, because I was not really that confident in myself, especially my legs, and now I am, and that just makes me happy.